what's happening. You guys are seeing my videos and you're seeing that I dry hatch and you're trying to dry hatch yourself. And while I totally support that, I want you to have all of the information so that you can make informed choices about your hatching method. And really, just like gardening, chicken keeping, homesteading, farm related stuff is really dependent on the area that you're in. So for example, I dry hatch, but I am located in Florida. My hatch house is a very poorly insulated shed in Florida. So our resting humidity here in Florida is pretty high. If you're somebody who's hatching inside of your bathroom in your home and you have your AC running or you have your heat going, then chances are that your resting humidity in your house is going to be much lower than mine is in my backyard hatch shed. Do you know what I mean? So when I dry hatch, my resting humidity in my incubators is typically between 30 and 40%. If it was lower, somewhere like 20%, I might consider adding a little bit of water. The thing that humidity really does throughout the incubation process is ensure that moisture leaves the egg at the rate that it needs to make sure that the air sac is the size that it needs to when our chicks hatch. What happens is if humidity is too high, then the rate that moisture can leave the eggshell happens slower and the air sac can't necessarily grow to the size that it needs to for the chick to hatch. And if humidity is too low, then sometimes the air sac grows too much and gets too big and we have smaller, weaker chicks. However, lower humidity seems to be less of an issue than higher humidity. Higher humidity is when we see issues with drowned chicks that form and never fully hatch, because sometimes when they go to internally pip through that membrane inside of the shell before they externally pip, they don't have enough oxygen in there to breathe until they externally pip, and that is the result of too high of humidity. So really, what we're looking for with humidity throughout the incubation process is healthy air sac growth. I do have some charts on what we're looking for with the air sac in terms of if you were to weigh your eggs throughout the incubation process, to weigh how much weight they're losing throughout. And also I have some charts with line drawings on them to show kind of how big the air sac should be growing throughout the incubation cycle. You can either message me over on Facebook and I'll get you screenshots of those, or maybe I'll make a post about it in the next couple days over on my Facebook page. The links to all my social media stuff is in my link tree.